Close your eyes for a moment. Take one slow breath in and one slow breath out. And as you sit here in this moment, I want you to understand something deeply. Your mind is not your enemy. It is not broken. It is not too weak. It is not beyond repair. It is only carrying too much. Too many thoughts, too many worries, too many unfinished emotions, too many silent burdens you never had the chance to release. And because of that, you have felt tired in a way that sleep alone cannot fix. You have felt restless in a way that movement alone cannot calm. You have felt heavy in a way that success alone cannot heal. So for the next few moments, I want to guide you somewhere quiet, somewhere deep, somewhere real. Not outside yourself, inside yourself. Welcome to Buddha Inner Journey. This is not just a video, this is a return to stillness, a return to breath, a return to the part of you that was never lost, only covered by noise. In this world, people are taught to chase success, chase attention, chase approval, chase answers, chase a version of life that always seems one step away. And in all that chasing, they forget the most sacred thing of all. They forget how to be still. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is not laziness. Stillness is not emptiness. Stillness is power. Because in stillness, you begin to hear what the noise has been hiding. In stillness, you begin to feel what the rush has been suppressing. In stillness, you begin to see the truth that was waiting patiently beneath the surface. And the truth is this: you are not here to live in constant tension. You are not here to be consumed by your own thoughts. You are not here to spend your life fighting your mind. You are here to learn how to master the inner world. Now breathe again, slowly, gently. And as you inhale, imagine something soft entering your body, a quiet light, a peaceful warmth, a sense of safety. And as you exhale, imagine the pressure leaving your shoulders, leaving your jaw, leaving your chest, leaving the hidden places where stress has been stored for too long. You do not need to force peace. You do not need to demand it. You do not need to become somebody else to deserve it. Peace is not something you earn by suffering harder. Peace is something you allow by softening enough to receive it. And right now, that is exactly what you are doing. You are allowing the breath, allowing the silence, allowing the present moment to hold you without asking anything from you. Feel the space around you. Feel the air. Feel the weight of your body. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel your breath entering and leaving without any effort. That is enough. That is already a beginning. There is a reason ancient seekers sat in silence for long periods. There is a reason monks turned inward. There is a reason sages closed their eyes and listened to the unseen. There is a reason meditation has survived for centuries, because the human being was never meant to be ruled only by reaction. A life lived only in reaction becomes exhaustion. A mind lived only in reaction becomes chaos. A heart lived only in reaction becomes fear. But awareness changes everything. When you become aware, you stop being dragged by every thought. When you become aware, you stop believing every emotion must become a decision. When you become aware, you begin to witness instead of drown. And witnessing is where healing begins. Now, let your breath become slower. Inhale. Hold for a moment. Exhale even slower. Again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Good. Now notice your body. Where are you holding tension? Where are you gripping? Where are you silently bracing yourself against life? Many people do not realize how much they are carrying in the body. The shoulders carry the burden. The chest carries the fear. The stomach carries the worry. The jaw carries the unspoken words. The forehead carries the pressure to think, plan, solve, and survive. But for this moment, you do not need to carry all of that. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your forehead relax. Let your hands open. Let your breath deepen. And let your body remember something very simple. It is safe to rest. Now imagine yourself sitting beside a still lake at dawn. The air is cool. The world is quiet. The sky is slowly brightening, but the water remains calm. There are no ripples, no storms, no noise, only reflection, only clarity. That lake is your mind when it is not being disturbed by constant resistance. That lake is your inner world when you stop feeding every thought that appears. That lake is your original nature when the surface is finally allowed to settle. But most people never reach that stillness, not because it is far away, but because they keep stirring the water. A thought appears and they chase it. A memory appears and they feed it. A fear appears and they obey it. A worry appears and they grow it into a mountain. And slowly, the mind becomes loud enough to drown out the soul. But you are here now, and being here now matters, because awareness can interrupt the spiral. Breath can interrupt the panic. Stillness can interrupt the storm. Remember this, you are not the storm. You are the sky. The storm comes and goes. The sky remains. The storm changes shape. The sky holds everything. The storm may cover the horizon for a moment, but it cannot destroy the vastness above it. And neither can your thoughts destroy the vastness within you. Now take another breath. This time, breathe into your belly. Feel it rise gently. Do not force it. Do not press. Just allow the breath to move naturally into the deeper part of you. And as you exhale, imagine a thread of tension dissolving from your body. Imagine the nervous system beginning to understand that it no longer needs to stay on guard. You have spent so long living in defense mode, waiting, bracing, anticipating, protecting, holding. But here, right now, you do not need to defend anything. You can simply be. And when you are simply being, the body begins to speak in a quieter language. It says, I can soften now. I can open now. I can slow down now. I can trust this moment now. There is great wisdom in slowing down, because when you move too fast, you miss yourself. When you think too fast, you misunderstand yourself. When you react too fast, you betray the deeper truth of what you really need. But when you slow down, the hidden becomes visible. You notice the ache you ignored. You notice the fear you buried. You notice the sadness you covered with productivity. You notice the longing you disguised as busyness. And once you notice, you can begin to heal. Now, gently bring your attention to your chest. Feel the rise, feel the fall. Feel the subtle movement of life inside you. Your heart is beating even when you are not asking it to. Your breath is flowing even when you are not controlling it. Your body is working tirelessly to keep you alive, even while your mind sometimes makes life feel impossible. There is a miracle happening in you right now. Not a loud miracle, not a dramatic miracle, a quiet one, a miracle of survival, a miracle of continuation, a miracle of the body never giving up on you, even when you have been hard on yourself. So now, in this silence, offer yourself something you may not receive often enough: kindness. Say inside yourself, I do not need to fight myself. I do not need to punish myself. I do not need to earn my right to rest. I am allowed to be gentle with my own mind. Again, I do not need to fight myself. I do not need to punish myself. I do not need to earn my right to rest. I am allowed to be gentle with my own mind. Feel what happens when those words enter you. Maybe something loosens. Maybe something softens. Maybe something inside you finally stops resisting. That is healing. Not always fireworks. Not always transformation that the world can see. Sometimes healing is just one quiet inner surrender. And now, I want you to imagine a small flame inside your chest. It is not burning you. It is warming you. It is alive. It is steady. It is the flame of awareness. And this flame does not shout. It does not demand. It does not perform. It simply remains. When your thoughts become dark, it remains. When your emotions become heavy, it remains. When the world becomes confusing, it remains. And the more you return to that flame, the more your life changes. Because you stop living from panic and begin living from presence. You stop reacting from old wounds and begin responding from wisdom. You stop asking the outside world to save you and begin learning how to stabilize yourself from within. That is a sacred shift. That is true strength. That is the beginning of inner mastery. Now, ask yourself, quietly and honestly, what have I been carrying that was never mine to carry? What thought have I repeated so many times that I mistook it for truth? What fear have I been obeying without ever questioning it? What pain have I hidden because I thought no one would understand? Do not rush the answer. You do not need to solve everything right now. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply admit the truth to yourself. This hurts. I am tired. I have been holding too much. I need space. I need breath. I need rest. There is no shame in that. There is deep wisdom in honesty. Now, let your breath become your teacher. Inhale slowly, and as you inhale, receive. Receive air. Receive life. Receive this moment. Exhale slowly, and as you exhale, release. Release pressure. Release resistance. Release the need to control what is already unfolding. Again, inhale, receive. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, receive. Exhale, release. Good. This rhythm is ancient. Inhale and receive. Exhale and release. It mirrors life itself. We take in, we let go. We experience, we surrender. We gather, we soften. And the more we align with this natural rhythm, the less fractured we feel. Now imagine that every inhale is drawing in peace, and every exhale is returning the burden to the earth. Not carrying it alone anymore, not hiding it anymore, not letting it control your inner world anymore, just returning it, letting the earth hold what you no longer need to hold. There is something deeply healing about release, because so much suffering comes from clenching the jaw, clenching the chest, clenching the story, clenching the identity, clenching the pain. But peace begins when the grip loosens. And every time you loosen, even a little, you make room for life to move through you again. Now I want to speak to the part of you that has been trying so hard, the part that keeps going even when exhausted, the part that smiles while breaking, the part that says, I am fine, while carrying too much. The part that believes resting means falling behind. The part that thinks softness is weakness. Listen carefully. You do not need to prove your worth through suffering. You are already worthy. You do not need to exhaust yourself to deserve love. You are already worthy. You do not need to be endlessly productive to matter. You already matter. Let those words settle. Let them move beyond the mind and into the body. Because a truth heard only once is easy to forget. But a truth felt deeply can begin to change the way you live. Now imagine walking through a quiet forest. The path is soft beneath your feet. The leaves move gently above you. The air smells fresh. You are not in a rush. No one is chasing you. No one is demanding anything from you. You simply walk, step by step, breath by breath, presence by presence. And as you walk, you begin to notice something beautiful. The forest is not trying to be anything other than what it is. The trees do not apologize for growing slowly. The river does not apologize for taking time to reach the sea. The mountain does not apologize for being still. They simply exist in their natural state. And maybe that is the message you needed most today. You do not need to force your becoming. You do not need to hurry your healing. You do not need to compare your pace to anyone else's. You are allowed to unfold in your own time. Now return to the chest. Feel the warmth there. Feel the space there. Feel the quiet strength that has been growing all along. Not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily, like roots beneath the soil, like sunrise before the world notices, like a lamp in a dark room that does not need permission to shine. And if there has been grief in you, allow it space. If there has been fear in you, allow it to soften. If there has been loneliness in you, allow it to be seen. If there has been fatigue in you, allow it to be honored. You do not heal by rejecting what is real. You heal by meeting it with presence. Now whisper inside yourself, I am here. I am breathing. I am still here. Again, I am here. I am breathing. I am still here. That is enough to remind the body that life continues. And because life continues, healing can continue. Because healing continues, hope can continue. Because hope continues, your path can continue. Think of all the times you survived a day you thought would break you. Think of all the moments you thought you could not go on, yet somehow you did. Think of every version of you that kept moving when life felt too heavy. That was strength. Not loud strength, not flashy strength, real strength. The kind that survives storms, the kind that endures silence, the kind that learns how to begin again. And now, let this strength become gentleness. Let it become patience. Let it become compassion. Let it become the ability to sit with yourself without judgment. Because true power is not harshness. True power is peace that can hold difficulty without collapsing. Now, very slowly, expand your awareness outward. Feel the room again. Feel the air again. Feel the support beneath you. Feel the life inside your body. And notice how different the space feels when you are no longer fully lost in thought. That difference is not small. It is everything. Because every moment of presence is a return to reality. And reality is often kinder than the fearful story the mind tells. The mind says, you are behind. Presence says, you are here. The mind says, you are not enough. Presence says, you are alive. The mind says, you must rush. Presence says, breathe. The mind says, you are alone. Presence says, you are with yourself. And in that self-connection, you find a kind of home nothing outside can replace. Now, before this ends, I want to leave you with something simple but powerful. Each day, you can return. Return to breath. Return to silence. Return to awareness. Return to your center. Not because life will stop being difficult, it may not, but because you will grow stronger in how you meet it. And when you meet life from a peaceful center, everything changes. You speak differently, you choose differently, you suffer differently, you live differently. So remember this: peace is not the absence of life. Peace is the presence of clarity. Peace is not the absence of pain. Peace is the ability to hold pain without becoming it. Peace is not something the world gives you. Peace is something you cultivate within you. And once you cultivate it, no storm can fully take it away. Now take one final deep breath. Inhale slowly, and as you inhale, fill yourself with peace. Exhale slowly, and as you exhale, release everything that does not belong to this moment. Again, inhale, peace. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, peace. Exhale, release. Feel that. Feel the quiet. Feel the space. Feel the softness. And know this: you do not have to become someone else to be whole. You do not have to fight yourself to be free. You do not have to wait for a perfect life to deserve peace. You can begin now, here, with one breath. This is your Buddha inner journey. This is your return to the self beneath the noise. This is your path back home. And every day you can walk it again, slowly, gently, faithfully, because the peace you are looking for is already within you. It was never lost. It was only waiting for you to come back.